due to popular request, I am going to be creating a full day of eating and training. You guys drove me to this, which is okay. It's just not necessarily my forte. It's not the type of videos I necessarily make all the time, but we're gonna change it up nonetheless because damn it, I read my comments and I take my requests very seriously, at least the reasonable ones. So I'm gonna show you what I eat to make them gains. So this right here encompasses all the ingredients that I'll be using for my first meal of the day. I used to intermittent fast all the time, but now I don't because I'm having a little trouble trying to get in all my calories in. So I just eat now in the morning. So yeah, these are all the ingredients I'm gonna show you in some quick editing, with some quick editing skills, how I make this meal here. Essentially, it's just a shake and some toast with avocado on it. We start out with some blueberries, about 70 grams of blueberries, and then we've got about 140 grams of strawberries. Oh, that was great. I can never get this. And then I add about 40 grams of oats to this. Then about 2 grams of cinnamon. And then about 1 serving of this peanut butter powder thing. It's about 12 grams. And then 1 serving of ground flaxseed, which is about 2 teaspoons or 13 grams. And then about half a serving of this brown rice chocolate protein thing. I do it more for flavor, but it does add a little bit of protein to it as well too. I add about 5 grams of Gains and Veins.
Gains and Veins, baby, train without the pain of pain. Yeah, 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 oh yeah, son, watch out, yeah.
I mean, excuse me, creatine. And then about 125 grams of almond milk and about 400 grams of soy milk, because you know them soy boys ain't gonna become soy boys if they don't drink your soy milk. You ain't a vegan unless you're a soy boy, remember that. Lucy, what you eating there? You want to share what you're eating with everyone? No? All right. Yeah, well, there you go. So that's my dog, Lucy, who my girlfriend and I fostered a few months ago. And what she was eating was some brown rice, sweet potato, and some vegan dog food. What you saw, what I was making, was just this shake here with, then I also made behind the scenes some avocado toast, and I have a serving of walnuts. I have half of an avocado spread across this 2 pieces of Ezekiel bread, and I'm going to put the macros somewhere on the screen here so that you have a feel for about how many calories I'm eating in this one meal. And I'm gonna try to do it with the rest of these meals as well too, but it might be a little bit difficult because I don't really measure anything past, I want to say, my second meal. And I usually eat about 4 times a day, sometimes 5, but usually 4 times a day. Actually, you're gonna see what I eat for my second meal right now. So it's been a few hours since I've last eaten. I'm not actually really hungry at all, but I have to eat anyway so I can get these extra calories in. I used to only eat about 2 meals a day. Now I have to eat like 4 or 5 meals a day to get the 4,000 calories that I require to at least gain some mass and continue to gain strength the way I have been doing as of late. But nonetheless, I'm going to show you what I'm eating right now. Right now I am going to eat 2 bananas, an apple, and some green and red grapes. I don't know why they call them red. They kind of look purplish, I guess you could say to me. I don't know. But it's about 250 grams of that. I didn't weigh the apple and I didn't weigh the bananas. But that's what I eat right before I train. I typically eat this type of carb heavy or fruit based heavy type of meal right before I train because it gives me that extra little boost of energy that I need that is going to fuel me through my training session. And I highly recommend that you all do it as well too if you're training.
A few moments later.
So I'm at the gym now. I'm about to hit up my bench press. That's what I'm doing today. I'm actually gonna give you a quick rundown on today. I'm doing flat bench press, some dumbbell rows, and some I believe dumbbell overhead press. I have to check my program. Yes, dumbbell overhead press, and then some conditioning after that. Now, I'm gonna spare you all the footage and all the sets and reps and all that stuff, and just show you one set of every single exercise so that you just have an idea of what I do to gain mass. Oh, in regards to the weight, I am also doing 272 pounds for 5 sets of 3 with 2 drop sets of 227 between 7 and 8 reps, or 6 and 8 reps, but I'll probably get somewhere between 7 and 8. I do the 2 drop sets so I get a little bit of extra volume, because this isn't really a lot of volume, it's only 15 reps, so you always gotta account for volume when you're lifting at higher intensities. Don't worry, they're not fake weights. If somebody could pass that message on to Jeff Cavalier, you don't have to use fake weights. So I'm done with the bench. I know it was super exciting, and now what we're gonna do is attack the antagonist muscles, that being the back muscles, with some 110-pound dumbbell rows for 3 sets of 12. But again, I'm only gonna show you one set, so get ready for this crazy dumbbell row in action. So now I'm gonna hit up my weak little baby vegan shoulders. I'm doing 60 pounds for 4 sets of 10 reps, just to build a little bit of volume up. So that was more of an upper body training day for me. If you're wondering, what about, lower body, legs and all that stuff? Well, I did that yesterday and did a lot of squats yesterday, so letting my legs recover today. And I'll be doing some squats later on in the week. And now all I've got to do essentially is just the conditioning portion of my training day. So I'm back with meal number 3 with what I like to call the vegan bro meal of all bro meals. If you're plant-based or vegan, essentially all I've got is some brown rice, black beans, and I got a little piece of corn there. And what is that, like a quarter of a corn stalk or corn ear? And that's about it for now. I'm not sure how many calories this is. I think I have about 2.5 servings of rice, maybe 2 servings of beans, 2.5 servings of beans is what it looks like. I kind of just eyeball it now. Like I said, I'm in a gaining phase. I'm not really trying to count calories that much. I measure a little bit here and there, but this stuff I don't really care. I'm not really measuring. I just know my body needs calories, so I give it calories. And as long as the weights are moving up, we're doing good. And as long as I'm not like, my clothes isn't fitting anymore in a bad way, like my waist is growing or something like that, or I can't fit into my jeans, then we've got a problem. I'm gonna eat this and I will check in a matter of like a few seconds in regards to meal number 4. No, I just wanted to add, speaking of meals, looks like Lucy had a little bit of a snack here. This was a toy dog that belonged to my girlfriend's daughter, and it looks like Lucy chewed up her face. So you can see there, that's the eyeball. The other eyeball has gone missing. It was a furry little face, so this is like the plastic skeleton of the poor doggy that just had its face chewed off by Lucy. That's right, you, Lucy. She knows, look at her, the poor girl. She knows exactly what I'm talking about. Did you chew up this dog, Lucy? Come here, Lucy. What happened? Look at her. She knows exactly what she did. Well, I'm not mad at you. Someone else might be though. So this is the last meal of the day. So what is it? What is it made with?
Cashew butter, nutritional yeast, ground rice flour, vegetable broth, garlic, Italian seasoning, salt, and black pepper. And then you throw in the vegetables of carrots, peas, and broccoli.
Okay, thank you for putting my whole audience to sleep. All right, but yeah, all that is in there. And looking at this is about, I'm guessing about like 4 servings. I'm not sure how many calories, but I'll try to estimate about what it is. Mind you, the goal is typically around 4,000 calories is usually about what I eat. But we will talk about that a little bit more in detail in a second, or a few seconds. Well, that pretty much sums up what I eat in a day in regards to calories and whatnot. I know it was a little sloppy. The numbers are a little bit out there. I'm not sure. I actually don't even know the numbers yet precisely, but I'm going to put them in, and I'm guessing they're probably going to be somewhere around 4,000 calories. So that's about the amount of calories that I need to eat. I've noticed where I feel the best, where I feel the strongest, where I'm able to consistently make some type of gains, if you will, in the gym. I also wanted to end this video with this one story about the one time I actually became protein deficient, or at least I felt like I was protein deficient. Like I didn't need to go to the hospital or nothing, but I definitely wasn't eating enough protein to support the amount of stress I was putting on my body. So years ago, probably around, I would say 2012, I was lifting weights. I wouldn't say I was training. I was more like just exercising, trying to keep my fitness at a certain level. And I was always in pretty good shape. I wasn't like strength training or nothing. I was really big into circuit style types of training. So very high endurance, high level of conditioning. And nonetheless, this is back when I was a meat eater, and I would eat animal products every single day. And I noticed that on my biceps and a bit on my chest and my forearms as well too, that they would cramp up pretty bad. Like anytime I would actually bend my arms, my biceps would cramp up, especially after a day after I have exercised or something like that. And it would continue to do that throughout the day. It wasn't just like one time. And I was having this issue I noticed it was about like 2 weeks, and I just was like, I don't know what the heck's going on with me. I thought I just need to drink more water. So I was like drinking water. I was like salting my food. Maybe I wasn't like retaining enough water. Still wasn't really doing much. So later I found out that I was short in either BCAAs, or the branched chain amino acids, or just amino acids in general for whatever reason, because I actually got a shipment in. I used to take pre-workouts, and I used to order it online, and the shipment came in, and I got a free sample of these BCAAs, and I just drank it. And once I drank those BCAAs, I remember waking up in the morning and all the cramping was gone. It was completely gone. And I was like, oh crap. But this is before I like really understood nutrition and all that stuff, before I really started studying it and looking into it. And I realized that then I started to find out what BCAAs were. They're just 3 amino acids that are essential to the human body and all that stuff. And even as a meat eater, I wasn't getting enough amino acids or enough protein to at least support the amount of stress that I was putting on my body. So that was about 8 years ago, back in 2012, and I haven't had that issue ever since. And I just wanted to bring that topic up because I've been vegan now for almost 2 years, or we're getting close to 2 years now, and I've never had any of those issues or any of that stuff. So anytime you hear someone talking about like, oh, you can't get enough protein, or I don't know, I wasn't getting enough protein when I was eating, that's because their diet sucks, or their nutrition intake sucks, and they're not eating enough variety of foods, and they're just essentially they're probably, most likely, not eating enough calories on top of that. Because I've seen some people say that before, and I've seen some other videos of not so intelligent individuals, I'm not going to say any names, that have had these issues before. So this whole protein worry bullcrap, which anybody who's been plant-based for a while knows is just a myth, is non-existent when you go plant-based. It is so easy to get all the nutrients you need when following a whole food plant-based diet. Which, by the way, I'm not really all that whole food plant-based. Sometimes I eat junk. I eat chips every so often. Sometimes I'll eat some candy. It's not a lot. It's you know, it's maybe once every few weeks or something like that. If it's in the house or something, I'll eat some of the junk food. So for everyone who did request one of these videos, I want to say thank you for the request, and I hope this video answered what you were looking for. Like I said, I eat pretty basic. It's usually my girlfriend who cooks the more creative dishes, but for me it's pretty plain Jane. I don't care as long as I'm getting enough calories. I'm not really too picky with my food. You know, it's all good with me. So that's about it for now. Please let me know what you guys think in the comment sections down below. As you know, I love to engage with every single one of you. Please stay tuned for my next video. It should be dropping within the next few days. Please feel free to rate, subscribe, and hit the ding dong button if you haven't already. You guys know who I am. I'm the Natural Hulkster. I want to thank you for watching, and please stay tuned for the next one.